Good morning and welcome back to Model Mayhem. As per yesterday's video, today we are going to start to assemble our model Honey Dessert Hawk. Isn't it gorgeous? I love the colours. So cute. Okay. As you can see, with the main instruction book, we have 5 bags that we went through yesterday of all our bits and pieces. And this is what I really like about Rowlife's instructions also, is that here it'll tell you that you are utilising pieces from bag 1, and then down here you'll need to utilise pieces out of bag 2. And then what I really like is over here it tells you what letter. So if you take all the J's out of bag 1, you'll have J, say J1 to 4, and it shows you what to connect a J1, say, to J3, and so on, and then where to position it on the board. So let's get started. Now I've taken the liberty of sanding all my pieces to avoid having to use pressure when popping them into the board. Some of the ply is really thin and can break fairly easily if you apply too much pressure. So as I said, it's a really good idea before you start with your wooden pieces just to give them a good sand. And you may find that a couple have some splinters, so if you sand them back, that's a good idea too, because once you've completed your model, if you haven't sanded the splinters out of the wood, that can be seen once you've completed your model. Okay, so we are beginning with bag 1. So I've taken all our bits and pieces that we need out of bag 1, and it's wanting us to start with our J's. So we have, say, a J1 here, and I have 3 J pieces that it's wanting us to utilise at the moment. So we'll follow along and we'll see what we're doing here. So it's asking for J3, which is this one here, to connect to J2. And just make sure that you have all your tabs poking the right way. Again, there was no pressure applied there because everything had been sanded, so nothing broke. So we've got that one on J3, and then we want J1 sitting on the back here of J3 and J2. That back in there. Okay, so that's come together nicely. Okay, so we are now going to pop that into the board. As so. Okay. So it should look like that. Okay, so we've got that bit done. Now we're going to move on to our board, our other board from bag 2, which is Q1. So you'll find this one in bag 1, and this is Q1. So this is going to be the back wall of our little bakery. So we'll slot that in as per instructions. And again, I have taken time to sand all this prior to commencing of the video. So this is how we're looking now. Isn't that gorgeous? Very cute. Turn that back around. Now it's asking for R1, which is also in bag 2. So again, just follow your instructions and pop that in to the R1 slot, remember to do it nice and gently to avoid any breakage. There we go. Beautiful. And that's how we're looking now. It's very sweet. I love the pastel colours. Okay, so now we've come across one of our signs. So this is where we then refer to our icon illustrations, instructions. So we've got the question mark, oh, not question mark, sorry, the exclamation mark, which means that special attention is required when putting these two pieces together. So it's after H1 to H3. So again, these have already been sanded, so you look for the numbers on the back, H3. And now we're looking for H1, which is this one here. So we're going to slot these into their corresponding places as per board. And again, it shouldn't need forcing in. So we'll pop that in there. And then this one is going in here. And again, no force was necessary. So this is how we're looking now. Okay, we'll carry on. So now we're moving on to the peas. So peas are in bag 2, and you'll see they're plastic, so you won't need to sand these at all. So it's asking for 3 of the pea pieces, and so we'll pop them on as per instruction. So this one is sliding into here. And then we're going back to H's. So we've got H5 here that will go into its corresponding hole per instruction book. And then we need H4 that we have here and P10. Which is this one here. So these again then just go into their corresponding positions on the board, like so. Okay, so I'll show you. So it looks like we're making some little stairs now, just over here. I will keep going with that. Coming along nicely. Okay. So now we're going to pop in the banister, which is H2, which is this piece here. So we'll pop that in there and corresponds with that. Very cute. Just make sure that all aligns. Very, very fiddly, especially if you've got big fingers like mine and you're using such delicate little parts. I'm going to pop in our last step. Very cute. And there we have our steps. So our steps and our banister are now in place for our bakery. Okay. So we're now going back to bag 1 and we're going to be utilising bag 2. So we'll go to bag 1 and we're after R2, R3, and P11. So we'll get those. So here we go. So here is where we're going to find all the bits and pieces that we need. So we've been asked for R2. There's R2. So R2 here. We've been asked for R3, so you'll find R3 and also R2, which is this one. Oh, we've done R2, sorry. P11, which is in the same bag, but we'll just get started with these ones first. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take R2, which is this one here, and I like to push them both very gently from both sides, again just to avoid any breakage because they're very fragile. You don't want to snap any tabs. Okay, so that should come off nice and easy now. So we've got R2, that will need sanding, so we'll give that a sand in a minute. Okay. R3, let's use this one here again, very gently pushing it out from both sides, just to make sure we don't break any of the tabs. And if we do happen to have an accident, we do have glue on side, which I have found effective in the past. So we're just pushing this one out. So I've got that piece there, very cute. Okay, I'll pop that there. And then we're after bag 2 for P11. So this is bag 2. I'm looking for P11. And that's it there. Once again, this one's plastic, so you don't need to worry about sanding that one back. Okay, I'll turn this around so you can have a look at this. And we're just going to quickly sand the pieces that we've just taken out so they slot into their joints nice and easily. Okay, so now we'll turn it around and we'll see where we're popping all this. Okay, so we're going to take our R2, which is this piece here, and we're going to pop that over here. Beautiful. And then we're going to pop our R3. And around, there we go. So our R3 here. Let's go for next. R3. Okay, so it's going to be a window pane. Okay. So we're gonna be popping the window in here. So we'll find our window, and to do that, we're going to use some double-sided tape that also comes in the kit. And with this, I'll give you a look. So far, very cute. So in the kit comes some double-sided tape. So I'm not sure if you can see, but there are small pieces there, medium pieces there, and then your large strips here. So we're gonna try and pop the window. We have a window seal here that will pop on either side here. This is the plastic part. Okay, so now we've got our little window seal in. That's a bit cute too. We'll find our window. Which is here. So our window is S1. So we'll pop that out again very gently. we'll pop some double-sided tape as instructed on either side. Our window. We'll just remove, this has a sticky film on it, so we'll remove that. A bit tricky. So that just peels off like so. Put that down there. And then we'll get some medium double-sided tape. We'll pop one on this side, yeah. And another one just here. Okay, so we'll then remove the other side of these tabs of the double-sided tape and pop our window in here. How cute's that? Looks nice, and it's got its little window seal. So we'll do that now. Might even pop another one up the top. Just hold the top a bit more. Put that there where it can be seen. You can fold over, around. Over a bit more, just align it. Like so. Just want to stick. And there's our window. That's cute. Okay, so where are we going to pop that? So I'm going to make a sign on R3. We've done that. We pop the window on. this is going to go on the side here. Oh, sorry, I'll just turn this back around this way. And very gently pop this one into the slots. Pop the tabs together. The dog's barking. There we go. It's just a matter of aligning them and just making sure that they're all together. There we go. So there's a little bakery sofa with the window in. Just do another tape here. Make sure that one stays put. I hope I'm not going too quickly for everybody. Excellent. Okay, so it's looking pretty good. Okay, so turn it back around, just make sure everything's where it should be and everything's aligned. Always good to double check. Reasons such as that. And that one just needs to go up. When it goes past here. Put that one back in. Down the bottom there. That side tap in first. I might need to sand this one a bit more. Give that a sand because I don't want to have to apply pressure. Break anything. I'll pop that back in. Hopefully that should just slide in there, as so. This one through here, that one there. It can get a bit fiddly. That's okay. If you just work with it, it all falls into place. Here we go. The window's still wobbling. That's okay, we can fix that. Okay, so that's how we're looking at the moment. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. Okay. So, we've done that. Our window's in and are looking gorgeous. We're going to start with the electronic parts now. So I'll leave the electronic parts till tomorrow, or I should say my next episode. and we'll get started with the lighting. The lighting looks really, really sweet. As you can see, we've got like a little light that pops down there. So you'll need your 2 AAA batteries. As I said, fairly cheap, just purchased from the supermarket. And we'll start the lighting process. I hope you've enjoyed today's video as much as I have. We're definitely on track and looking good. So stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my channel. Thank you from Model Mayhem. Have a good day. Bye.